Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about my personal favorite pieces of lost media. To those who voted for an object show lost media history, that video is coming. Currently collecting information and putting it together so I can make the best video for you guys. As always, thank you so much for checking out my video today. I really hope you enjoy what I have to say. Now without further ado, let's dive right on in. The first piece of lost media I have for you today is a SpongeBob themed one. Back in March of 2024, El Supersonic U uploaded a video that would send me down a rabbit hole that I'm not sure I'll ever recover from. In this video, he talks about rarely mentioned Nickelodeon lost media. In this case, he speaks about SpongeBob lost media. And this piece of SpongeBob lost media seemed so easy to find that I was confident someone would find it, at least within a few months. After all, a huge franchise like SpongeBob has to be mostly documented. What are the chances that almost 2 years later and we're still left to wonder, where is it? Does it even exist, or is it an amalgamation of different SpongeBob memories? Let me take you down a rabbit hole where I'll try to convince you that it is real. Huge shout out to Gent Egg and In the Flesh and everybody else over at the Lost Media Wiki for doing lots of legwork on this search. To set the scene, we are somewhere between 2006 and 2009, right before SpongeBob's style would change drastically. Multiple kids and allegedly parents remember hearing the SpongeBob theme song on TV being sung by an unfamiliar band. This band was akin to bands like My Chemical Romance and Panic at the Disco. Most people seem to remember them being superimposed on the front of a CGI pineapple. It's unclear if this was a bumper, an intro, a short, or something entirely different. What is clear is that no one has been able to find it as of yet. There have been a ton of contenders. The first band we found was actually Less Than Jake, who did a cover of the theme song. Forum member Flower Princess reached out and we were quickly able to determine that that was not the band we were looking for. Thank you to the manager, Pear, also known as JR, for getting back to us so quickly.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you! Aye, aye, Captain! Oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
From there, many different avenues were explored. Something that was quite tedious but very helpful was going through Nickelodeon's commercial backups. Unfortunately, nothing was found, however, it did rule out quite a lot. There was some speculation that it aired during the weekend premiere of the movie Spectacular. However, with the help of the wiki, as well as many different recordings from that weekend, we can pretty much guarantee it's not that. We also know that it was most likely not aired during the Kids' Choice Awards due to the amount of documentation around those years. Something interesting about this piece of lost media is the sheer amount of media that this piece is not. You may have immediately thought of Pink and her appearance on SpongeBob,
We got scurvy! We got scurvy!
or the intro to Truth or Square. Those are ruled out pretty quickly. Along with the list of bands it is not, the Violent Femmes clip gets brought up quite a lot. I'm showing it here.
Pineapple under the sea, SpongeBob SquarePants, absorbent and yellow and porous is he. SpongeBob SquarePants, if nautical nonsense be something you wish. SpongeBob SquarePants, and drop on the deck and flop like a fish. SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants. Coming up next.
We've also ruled out any MTV or out of the US promotions.
Four corners in his pants like he got phone book implants. The crowd shouts. All the ladies stare. And those pants are square. Swinging through the...
It's not Avril Lavigne or CeeLo Green. It's most likely not the Victorious cast either. It's not from any April Fools or alternative intros, including foreign dubs. So far, we've also determined that it's not part of any DVDs, theme parks, or video games. And finally on this list, we know that it's not a fan-made YouTube edit because all memories are directly from watching it on Nickelodeon. There are also many bands that we can rule out, assuming they would be easily found due to the notoriety of fans.
Truth brings, I'll take one lift. You're right.
Those include Panic at the Disco, My Chemical Romance, Kesha, Big Time Rush, Jonas Brothers, and more. At this moment, the search has come to a stalemate until we can find more information. Some people suspect mindless self-indulgence is the band due to their look at the time matching, their sound matching, as well as creating a good reason why it hasn't been found. However, I personally don't think this is the case. I believe we're searching for an unknown band and the promo was only played at certain times or it was more locally marketed. Someone on the forums did mention possibly having a copy, but as of now, quite a lot of time has passed and we have not heard back, so I don't see that coming to fruition. I also want to take a moment to speak about fakes. The one I'm showing here in small bits has been circulated, but it is fake. The reason I'm so enthralled by this piece of lost media mostly stems from my love of pop punk music. I also really enjoy SpongeBob, and it amazes me just how big a show can be and still have tons of lost media attached. Moving on to the next one here. This second piece of lost media that I'm personally looking for is a short Nickelodeon segment called Natalie's Backseat Traveling Web Show. I won't go too in depth because I did make a video about it. If you're interested in hearing about the full-scale search, I recommend taking a look at my first video. I'll link it in the description. The segment was a short called Snick Snack that aired during Nickelodeon's Saturday night programming block, Snick. The segment aired in 1996, being one of the first online interactive websites that also had a show running alongside it. The show itself stars Natalie, who created a web show focused on the people she meets while traveling, as well as reaching out to people on the internet.
Natalie's Backseat Traveling Web Show. Whoa, whoa.
Within the 3-minute segment, there is also a link to the website so that you can write in to Nick and possibly get featured on the show itself.
Natalie's Scroll of Fame. Right now, you're seeing only some of last week's winners. We're squishing as hard as we can, but there's so many of you. Roll them faster. Not that fast. So remember, we're picking new names for next week's scroll, and the only way to see yours up there is to count the holes on Shrapnel's face. So log on, then tune in. Now that you've snick-snacked, tell us what you think.
Address.
Write us or email us. So, what do you...
The most notable episode, and one of the only two we have, is about Natalie meeting a woman with several piercings and doing an experiment to shoot milk from her eyes. The other episode is the pilot, which explains the show more in detail, along with why they're moving. The second most notable thing about this show is the actors' obscurity. We have no clue who any of the actors are until now. I do have a small update for those who watched my first video. I have discovered the actor for the mother in the show, and while I won't mention her name yet, I have reached out to her to confirm her part of the show, as well as ask some questions about it. I am most curious about how many episodes there were, and what they were all about. Currently we know of the pilot, the milk experiment episode, and an episode with biker gangs that we only have a snippet of from Natalie herself speaking about it.
The world can get pretty boring, but thanks to your emails and my strange encounters, things have been pretty interesting. Check it out.
Natalie's
The rest of my original search uncovered a couple different promos of the show. Personally, I'm not on the hunt to find Natalie's identity. I don't believe that would help us much, and I also think it would push an anonymous person into the spotlight that they didn't ask for. But I am interested in finding the show. It's said to be about 7 episodes that actually aired. However, it does allude to many more that may have been planned, already made, or just in production. The last thing I want to say about this show is just how ambitious it felt, which is why I'm so interested in it. Not only does it talk about the internet, it explores the internet. Being the first Nick IP that you could interact with, it was well ahead of its time. The next one I've been putting a lot of effort into this year is a canceled TV show called The Rumfords. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of it, however, if not, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. The Rumfords is a canceled PAX TV show created by AGE. It revolves around a cartoon family who lost their jobs and now needs to integrate into the real world. While doing so, they also have a human daughter who is trying to figure out if she herself is a toon or if she's a real person. The show is set to air in August 2000, but sources say that it was delayed until January 2001 due to CGI issues at the time. This is a rough estimate, however, many sources say really different things. As of right now, we aren't even completely sure if it was aired at all. However, the animation director, Stephen Melchiori, says that the pilot episode did air at least once. The only actor who's known as of right now is George Whiddent, who voiced Tootsie, the purple CGI dog I'm showing here. The writers, directors, and producers include John Gentile, Anthony Gentile, and Marty Abrams. They're not only said to be the creators of the Rumfords, but the creator of AGE as a whole. David Steinberg, who directed episodes of shows like Friends and Seinfeld, was set to direct the program as well.
Fridays. There's a new family moving into the sitcom neighborhood, and they're a little bit more animated.
What?
Meet the Rumfords.
Cool.
The first sitcom to blend live action and animated characters, starring the voice of George Wendt as the family dog.
I don't know whether to roll up a newspaper and smack you or give you a big wet kiss. Get the paper.
The Rumfords, the first cyber sitcom of the 21st century.
The truth is, the show kind of looks terrible, but it has a charm that I believe keeps the community invested, and honestly, it moves very well for a 2000 CGI show. As of right now, the promo that I've been playing in the background is the only piece of footage we have, and that only comes from the trailer. Along with the footage, there are also a few stills and this lunchbox that we believe to be promotional marketing. Something that keeps me engaged with this show is just the outrageous premise. I truly believe it could have worked for an adult animation, however, I do believe it was way ahead of its time. I'd really love to watch it just to get an idea of where they were going with it, just because we have so little information. If you want a deeper dive into this search, I highly recommend watching Mr. Cow's video here on YouTube. It's a really good search with a decently active community. I'll link his video in the description if you want to check it out. And we've reached the end. Thank you so much for sitting through my video once again. I really appreciate it if you're a returning viewer here. If you want to give my video a like and subscribe, that'd be awesome, but if not, no hard feelings. Hope you had a wonderful day, and again, thanks for watching. Bye.